Hola, buenas tardes. Good afternoon. My name is Abelardo de la Peña Jr. I'm the Director of Marketing and Communications with La Plaza de Cultura y Artes, welcoming you to today's edition of En Casa con La Plaza Cocina. It's a nice, cool October afternoon here at La Plaza. That's where I'm at today. And we've been bringing you these wonderful virtual programs from our homes, either our home or here, my present home, to your homes since April of 2020. These are presentations, conversations, demonstrations, and performances, which we started during the pandemic, but we are continuing. A couple updates on what's going on at La Plaza de Cultura y Artes. We've been open full-time since June, and in fact, we extended our hours just this last weekend. So from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're open from noon to 5 p.m. So we're open today, including Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from noon to 5 p.m. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we're now open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So come by and check out our exhibitions, go to La Tienda, our museum gift store, and have a good time here. And then you could go across the street to Olvera Street and drink some margaritas or eat some taquitos. Public programming, we've been going on with our public programming since the spring, May, June, July, and now we're heading into the cold season, but we're still continuing. We just had Latina Fest this past weekend, and I heard that it was fabulous. Our next public event is our Dia de los Muertos Family Day, which is coming up on October 31st, a Sunday from 12 to 4, followed that same evening by a screening of Pixar's Coco. I know Coco is your favorite Dia de los Muertos animated movie, as it is mine. Let me see, that's about, we're gonna be opening a new exhibition, Patriots in Conflict, that comes up November 5th, but you could find out all about this on our Facebook page, our Instagram, Twitter, and our website at lapca.org. All right, within Casa con la Plaza, thanks to Union Pacific Foundation for their sponsorship. And with that, let me bring up, like I said, every Monday we have En Casa con la Plaza Cocina, and the host for this afternoon, our Director of Programming and Culinary Arts, Jimena Martin. Please join us, Jimena.
Hola, Bernardo, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. Thank you. It's good to be back. Today's kind of special. We have our first TikTok personality, per se. We have Lilo Vargas. Lilo, where's Miss Lilo? There she is.
Here.
So a colleague of mine over pandemics, I found this amazing woman, Lilo Vargas, and she has this thing, Huevona Frozen Fridays and cooking and really fun. But let me give you a little background on Lilo, and then she can show us what she's all doing and have this great conversation about TikTok. I'm totally new to TikTok, so I can't wait to hear more all about that. So anyways, we got Lilo Vargas. Today she's been making Tinga de Carne Molida. Lilo was born in Chicago and now lives in El Paso. And she feels she gets the best of both worlds because she's living in a border city. She's a mom of 3 and enjoys fast and easy cooking. She loves to share her Huevona cooking recipes and keeping it stress-free in the kitchen. If you have a chance, go follow her, Huevona Life, and you'll be laughing. She makes me laugh every single time. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Miss Lilo Vargas. Hola, Lilo.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, but I'm pretty excited. So we're gonna make tostadas de tinga de carne molida. And you know, as moms that are on a run, we need to find something super quick to do, but super delicious. And also for the husband not to know that we did it in less time than what they expect. So these tostadas are so delicious and super fast and easy to make. Anybody can make them.
Tell me, how did you get started? How this TikTok, this whole Huevona Life, how did that all come about?
Well, after I was having my 3rd child, which to me is kind of already a lot, you know, kids are a handful. But after I had my 3rd, I ended up getting postpartum depression. And I remember I would cry, I would feel sad. My husband wouldn't understand really the whole situation or what I was going through. And one day, while I was on Facebook, you know, while the baby was asleep, this creator that I follow, she's like, you guys need to go check my TikTok. And I didn't know what TikTok was. I ended up going, and I was like hours and hours because there was so many cool stuff to see there. By the way, I'm grounding my beef, and you're gonna season it with your adobo, which I love because it has everything. You don't need all these other spices because this has it all. After that, I was like, why not do my cooking how I do it? So I started with, oh, if you're a huevona like me, and after that, I guess people liked, or also felt like they were huevonas like me, and they just started following me. And from there, I haven't stopped, and it has really helped me with my self-esteem, and it has really brought out who I really am, and not be afraid to show it.
Thank you for sharing that about postpartum and us moms at home with the babies. I know I personally had a little postpartum myself, and it's tough. It's really tough to transition and all, but that's wonderful that you're able to find a passion and live it through TikTok. How long have you been doing TikTok?
Honestly, a year.
Wow, seriously.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a year, and I feel like time is flying. And a lot of people are like, you must be doing this for a while. And I'm like, no, lo hecho por muy poquito. And I'm very blessed, and I'm very proud of where I have, come. So yeah, huevonas forever. By the way, if you're extra huevona, these tools to mush your meat are excellent. If you don't like to see the ground beef like in streaks, like you're able to mush it into ground beef. So I get it at Walmart. I'm pretty sure at Amazon and other places you can get it too.
So who has inspired you in the kitchen?
My mom. I remember when I started this, she was like, ay, no, me van a decir la mamá huevona. And I'm like, Mom, there's nothing wrong with that. She's like, no, sí, no se oye bien. But she was born in Mexico and came to Chicago, not knowing any English, not knowing nothing. Of course, my grandmother was in Mexico, so she had to learn to cook for herself, for my dad. As a newlywed, it's a big responsibility to know what to make and for the husband to like it, I feel. So she ended up finding her own tricks here and there that she ended up bringing to me when I ended up getting married with my husband. So yeah, she's the one that has taught me to be a huevona, even though I know she doesn't like me to say that, but she's the main one.
I think it's fun when you bring in your husband into the kitchen in as well. And let's bring in your dad into.
My dad is the one that's mostly on my YouTube videos, and that's because he used to be a chef. Well, he used to be the chef's assistant. He went from dishwasher to helping the chef in a French restaurant. So he learned a lot of exotic plates that sometimes the ingredients for him to make are really hard to find, like especially here in El Paso. But he tries to bring his little, chef experience to my channel, and a lot of people enjoy it. So I am going to make the salsa de chipotle to add to the carne molida. And if you have a lot of time, you can definitely boil your tomatoes. But as a huevona, I found a hack of these safe microwavable bags. So instead of waiting for my tomatoes to cook in the water and then I have to wash extra plates, which we don't really like, I just put them in here and I put them in my microwave, which is what I'm going to do right now. It takes about 2 minutes.
You know what? That's been the hack of the hacks. When you put that on, I was like, that is so brilliant. That is so smart.
Yes, it's been a lifesaver. Like sometimes I'll go shopping with my mom without my husband knowing. And he's like, well, I'm almost home. And I'm like, chin, tengo que hacer de comer. And like, he loves guisados de carne con papa and salsa. So, sometimes we're there like trying to do the salsa. Well, I make the huevona salsa. I use the bag, and like that, I'm done literally in like 20 minutes.
Where do you find No, que no saben. Where do you find the bags? Where the sandwich bags are?
Yes, so I usually find them at Walmart. But I guess I've told a lot of people that they're usually sold out. But they have told me that they have found them on Amazon. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're available there. So if you want to check Amazon, you can most definitely do that. But I have my meat, it's still cooking. And we're gonna, while the tomatoes are in the microwave cooking, we are going to saute the onions, because that's what's gonna give it that Tinga look-alike. Because usually Tinga is made out of chicken, shredded chicken. But you know, sometimes the chicken takes too long to cook, or no te dio ganas de ir a Sam's a comprar the rotisserie chicken. So easy access, you know, ground beef. So we're gonna do exactly the same thing that you do with the Tinga, and we're going to saute the onions so we don't dirty any more dishes. We're gonna slide the meat to the side, and we're gonna saute the onions on that side. And we're gonna wait for it to saute. And the quantity, you know, a lot of people probably don't like onion. So usually, like, my husband doesn't. So I cut them in thicker pieces so it's easier for me to take out. And then I just add it on my tostada. So it works out. So we're sauteing it. And guys, also, if you want to be extra huevonas or you do not have any tomato, you can always use tomato sauce in a can. It probably won't taste at 100%, but it will taste at a 99.9% as good. So don't be afraid. No one will know. I usually make my chicken Tinga with tomato sauce. But I was like, since this is already very huevona, I'm gonna do fresh tomatoes. So now I'm gonna take my tomatoes out, and it made them really cooked. So I'm gonna show you how it looks. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it literally looks like I just brought it out of a pot of water. Then we're gonna get our blender, and we're going to add our tomatoes inside con todo y el cubito. We're gonna add them in there. No hay que desperdiciar, you guys. You gotta use everything. And then you can wash it and save the bag for later. That's just a little, you know, hint of what you shouldn't, but you can do. So now, after you already put your tomatoes, you're gonna add a little bit of water. It depends on the consistency. Si les gusta más líquido, you add more water. If you like it a little thicker, you add less water. Then we're going to add some garlic powder to your liking, and your chile chipotles. So if you like it spicy, add as many as you like. And if you don't, what I usually do is I add just a little caldito of the chipotle can. But we like spicy over here.
Lilo, we have a question. We have a question here asking from Holly Lynn. How long does it take to microwave the tomatoes?
I put up for 2 minutes and they actually look perfect. You can play, it's because every microwave is different. So you can mess around with start with the minute, check it, and then put another minute, and like that you play around, and then you get the hang of it, of what, you know, is the consistency you like. But for these, I just did 2 minutes. And it's so convenient when you're on the run and or you have to pick up the kids from school. This is perfect. And if your kids don't like spicy, like I said, just add the sauce of the chile chipotle, and that would give it that little chipotle flavor, but it won't be as spicy. So I'm over here still sauteing the onions, which they look pretty done. And I'm just gonna mix it. Can you see it there?
Yes, you can see
okay.
it.
So I'm just gonna mix it now with the meat because it's basically ready. And now we're gonna, and if you follow me on TikTok, you know I love to say blend, blend, blend. So we're gonna blend, blend, blend the sauce that we just made. So we're gonna cover. It's gonna be a little noisy, sorry. should be good. It's to your, if you like it chunky, go for it. If not, keep blending, which is what I'm gonna do. Okay, so it's kind of liquid. I think it's kind of in the middle of thick and liquidy. So I'm gonna do it just like that. And if I see that when I add it to the carne, you can always add a little bit more water. So once it's already here, you can decide how you want it. So let me bring this more in the middle.
So Lilo, tell us more about the whole TikTok life. So how many followers do you have at the moment?
So right now I have 271,000, which I'm super proud of. I'm actually with the TikTok creators for the Latino Hispanic Heritage Month, which is super awesome because they put my handle on a mural in Austin, Texas. So a lot of these Latino creators that were chosen by TikTok are put on murals. So there is one in LA. There's one
where in Los Angeles?
I'm not so sure. They only told me where mine is, which is Austin, Texas, because I live here in Texas. But there's one in LA that I saw a lot of creators that I followed. They took pictures with it. So there's like their cartoon version of themselves, and then they have their handle all around the mural, which is pretty cool. And honestly, it's something that I never ever dreamt of being part of. So I'm very, very, very lucky to be in it. So if you guys want to check it out, you live in LA, you can check the one there. I'm not sure where it's at. And if you live in Texas or Tostadas, you can also check the one that TikTok did there. So TikTok has really brought a lot of opportunities to me. From there, I ended up getting an Instagram, which I wasn't really kind of like for it because I was already stressed out with the TikTok and YouTube. Es mucho stress and it bears on you. So also opening an Instagram has helped me a lot in finding sponsorships and ads to work with. So now we're gonna add the salsa.
I think it's wonderful as a mom at home and being able to all these possibilities and to have Instagram and TikTok to be able to help support you and really put you out there as an influencer, which you are. So here, because of my colleague at work, she told me about you and I just been following you. And so that's really all the different items that you bring in. And so can you tell a bit more about sponsors, other people have supported you in your cooking class?
I have worked with Bucanas, the whiskey. Who does not like a little bit of whiskey with some pineapple juice? I worked with a lot of small businesses too. They'll send me their candies. For example, los dulces de chile que pican. They'll send me that and I'll promote them on my Instagram because I am all about small businesses because I am a small business myself. And when I started, not a lot of people want to support you. So that's something that I do to help someone that's barely starting or, and I've met a lot of cool people that really put their heart and soul into their business. So, and I tell them, don't give up. Like I'm not gonna lie, I've had times where I just wanted to give up because you get negative people that bring you down with their comments or home stressed with the kids and homework and the husband and not having enough time for yourself. I have thought about leaving it, but my dad is one of those people that has always pushed me, said no, échale ganas, síguele, ponte las, you got this. And he has been the one that has like motivated me to like keep going. So when I have a little ad or a sponsor, he's like, como yo te ayudé, pues man, me das un poquito. And I'm like, yes, Dad, I got you. Te voy a llevar a McDonald's. Como él me llevaba a mí when I was little. Te portas bien y te llevo un come a McDonald's. So I've had times where I've been wanting to quit, but luckily that I haven't, and I put my heart and soul into it. I am where I am today, and I'm really excited. So before we forget, you can add salt for the flavor, or everybody's favorite in the kitchen, consommé de pollo or chicken bouillon. And you're gonna add that to your taste. Make sure you try it before you add, porque si le echaste mucho sazón a la carne, it's already going to be salty. And then, pues, deshiciste todo el food, and then you got to do it again. And we don't want that. So, I kind of already know my taste, but let's see. It needs a little bit more. So I'm gonna add, you know, till they say hasta que el corazón te diga que ya. So, okay, right there. So now we're gonna sit and you're gonna let it boil, boil, boil until it is finally done. So we're gonna wait a little bit.
We just had an event at Plaza called Latina Fest, and it's all about what you were saying about women starting up their own businesses, girl power, having that moment to be able to have some self-care, not to lose themselves in the process, but still be out there, fighting for their goals, looking for the job, marketing. And it was a really beautiful event that we had. I think we had over 75 vendors of all these independent women. Yes, we do. We've been doing it for the past we couldn't do it last year because of COVID, but it's a really collection of strong, beautiful, hardworking women who are trying to, go forward.
Maybe next year I'll be able to go check that out, because that's really important to me. Like I said, girl power, and le tenemos que echar ganas, and not give up. So that's very important that there's support for it, so that we can be like echándole más ganas and doing it for everybody. So that's pretty neat. I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like it's done. Let me. Está caliente. And it is done. So we're gonna start making the tostada. This is my favorite part, making it and then eating it. It's the best part. And I know everybody is gonna agree with me at 100% with this. So you're gonna get your tostadas of any kind. You can make them at home, or you can buy them like me, because I don't have time for that, Huevona life. Then I am gonna get my disposable plate, which is also very important in the Huevona life. I'm just kidding, you guys can use whatever plate you want. Let me move this to the side. Sorry for the mess, you guys. Es que con la plática se le olvida a uno what's going on. Okay, we'll move this over here. Okay, so now we're going to get our tostada. This is how I make them. You guys can make them any way you like. You can even add frijoles to the tostada, but I keep it simple, and it tastes really good. So you're gonna get your tostada, and you can add the cream on here, or you can add it on top, whichever one you like. And now we're going to add the carne on top of your tostada. Like I said, you can put the sour cream on the bottom before you put it, whichever one you like. It does not matter as long as it tastes good to you. So now that we have, let me move this stove thingy, because it's really hot. Y no me quiero quemar on live. That would be horrible. Okay. Ya le voy a parar aquí, porque si no se me va a quemar, and that's not good. Okay, so then we're gonna add, I don't know, should I do sour cream or lettuce first?
I like the lettuce, then sour cream on top.
Perfect. So I love this shredded lettuce, because you don't need to go through chopping it off if you're in a rush. So I love getting these. I got this one at Walmart. So ya está lavado, ya está listo, and I just top it off like that. So this is how the tostada looks. And now we're gonna add the sour cream. Nicely, not like that. Almost fell. And then we're gonna add the cheese, or as I call it, cheese, on my TikTok and Instagram. A lot of people don't like the way I say it, but a lot of people do, so I'm gonna keep saying it like that. So now we're gonna add the cheese on top. Any cheese, I'm using cheese cotija. And there you go. You can also top it off with pedacitos de tomate. Like I said, you can even add frijoles on the bottom, whichever way you like. It doesn't matter as long as, you know, que ya esté hecho la comida.
Lilo, before we go away, we usually take a photo because this session is going to live on Facebook, on our web. And so what we do is we have our guests hold their plate, hold their dish and say cheese.
You should have told me so I didn't have the plato desechable. Let me get it. I want all of that. I was just joking with you guys, but if it's a picture, then we're going to use a real plate. Okay.
All right. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun.
So Lilo, how can we find you on all your handles? How can we find you?
So Huevona Life, which is Huevona, and then Life, Life together. I am on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
And can you tell us, do you already know what you're going to be doing for this Friday?
Oh, I don't know. Everything changes when you have kids. So I plan the day of.
Great. Well, thank you again so much, Lilo. Mucho éxito. Adelante. I love how your dad was supporting you and your husband and family. And that's what it's all about. It's about family and support. And again, congratulations on all your followers. Much success. Muchísimas gracias. I look forward to working with you again. And then I'm going to look for that poster, that billboard out here. I think Alberto posted here. So I'm definitely looking for you here in Los Angeles. En todo caso, mujer, éxitos y adelante. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you, Lilo.
For the oportunidad, and thank you to everybody that was able to join the Huevona Life.
All right. Well, I think we're going to join the Huevon Life. I like cooking, but I don't like taking a whole lot of time doing it. And I love these, your hacks. And I think I'm going to take them home.
Your wife is going to love them, let me tell you.
All right. Well, we have Guadalupe Diaz Isa joined us on Facebook. She says, oh man, I'm making these for dinner with my neighbors. So,
woo!
Yes. And she loves how natural you are.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. So Lilo, you just got another fan here. All right.
Yes, follow me, and when you do the tostadas, tag me, and I will share it on my stories on Instagram.
All right, great. That's good to hear. All right, well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here on En Casa con la Plaza Cocina this beautiful Monday, October day. Let's see, we have something next week. Do you remember what we have going on next week, Jimena? We have, Dora Mama from Yucas, the James Beard Award winning restaurant, Little Shack, there on Hillhurst in East Hollywood. So she's gonna share with us her special recipe. So that's next Monday at 3 o'clock here on En Casa con la Plaza Cocina. Coming up this Wednesday, we have a full roster this week. On Wednesday at 7 o'clock, the making of a neon rainbow with Tori De Pietro, a neon artist, and Al Nodal, a cultural producer. They'll talk about their upcoming, soon-to-be completed monumental public art installation called The Light at the End of the Tunnel, Heart of Los Angeles. So that's this Wednesday at 7 o'clock here in Casa con la Plaza. Then finally on Friday, Chicano culture sculptor Ruben Funcahuatl Guevara, a musician, a singer, songwriter, and an author. A recent, he just had his documentary showing just this past week on PBS. And so he'll be joining us here on En Casa con la Plaza, talking about his, really eclectic life as a multimedia Chicano artist, musician, author. That should be fun too. So that's this Friday, October 22nd at 7 p.m. Zoom, registered, and you could view it on Zoom, or you could catch us on our Facebook page at La Plaza LA. Today's program is being archived, and we'll be posting it on our YouTube site at La Plaza LA, our Facebook at La Plaza LA, and also on our website, lapca.org. You could catch all of En Casa con la Plaza Cocina. I think we're up to 50, aren't we, Jimena? Yeah.
I think so. Time's flying. Time's flying.
And you could get all of these recipes and get this food to your family and for yourself to enjoy. And then I'd like to thank our sponsor, Union Pacific Foundation. And that's it for today. All right. Short but sweet. Loving it. Bye-bye, Lilo. Nice meeting you.
Bye.
Bye,
Have
Lila.
a good day.
All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Jimena. We'll see you soon.
Bye, ciao.
Adiós a todos.